Hello, darling hearts. It's your GAPS coach, Emma here, private health detective, bringing you today information from the Wise Traditions magazine, which is the quarterly from the Weston A. Price Foundation. Weston A. Price was the dentist who travelled around the world looking in the 1920s, looking at people's teeth and how their teeth would indicate what their mineral balance was like. And then he'd take pictures of kids who had traditional diets full of things like fish, eggs and liver, and kids who were now having stuff like Kellogg's and Coke, and the shape of the jaw changes and the teeth change. And that's how his book Physical Degeneration and Nutrition, I don't know what I've done with it, I'm just reading it at the moment. Anyway, in here this quarter is a piece about glyphosate. They've been using glyphosate really heavily since the 1980s, and no one is escaping the fact that it chelates minerals from the soil. So if it's chelated from the soil, then it's chelated from the plants. And if it's chelated from the plants, then it's chelated from the animals. And if it's chelated from the animals, then we're having it chelated. It's in all of us. But you can do something about it. And here is the good news. What they're doing is they're trying to find solutions of how to remediate soils that have had all the minerals sucked out of them by the indiscriminate use of glyphosate, which needs to be banned. It's called Roundup. Just look at the name. Round 'em up. Round 'em up. Take 'em out. Round 'em up. Rawhide. Whatever that song is. It's like round them up and get them to somewhere where they're going to slaughter. It's what it sounds like to me. Maybe they're saying round up the insects who are causing damage to crops, because glyphosate, I think, is a pesticide, or is it a herbicide? Maybe it's a herbicide actually. But why would you want to be rounding up? Why use that name, Roundup, for a herbicide? Anyway, Monsanto used to do it, and Monsanto then got bought out by Bayer, B-A-Y-E-R. Whatever. We should just ban this stuff, and it is banned in some countries actually. So if you are not eating fermented foods every day, you'll be doing yourself a disservice, because the fermentation process with all the enzymes and all the bacteria seems to be helping people with their guts and, to remediate this mineral imbalance. And what they're doing is developing some fermented products to spray onto the soil. I mean, for anyone in horticulture, you would have heard of natural farming, where we make, and biodynamics, where we make a ferment out of a compost. So you put the compost into some water and stir it and aerate it and actually get those microbes alive and well, and then you spray it on the soil. And that's what they're going to be doing on a big scale to try and remediate the soils having had all the minerals sucked out of them. But there's lots of other things you can do. You can make kefir. Look, my kefir is separated into curds and whey because I haven't strained it for a while, so it's gone pretty solid on top. And a lot of people are scared of ferments because they're like, oh, what am I going to do with that now? I'll tell you what you do with it. Just give it a really good shake. Just really, really give it a good shake, and then put it through a plastic sieve. And if you don't know how to make sauerkraut or kimchi, you need to learn how to do it, because it's not the same as shop bought. When you're 24-hour fermented dairy, home fermented dairy, will have a much different profile to the organic yogurt from the shops. And when we start to ferment things ourselves, the bugs start to work with us in a symbiosis. It's like you've got new pets in the house when you've got a little, some milk kefir scobies. You need to feed them. You need to love them. You need to let them breathe. You need to, every day spend 5 minutes just looking after them, or every 2 days, maybe sometimes every 3 days I do it. It goes more and more fizzy and more acidic the longer you do it, but then stronger the medicine then. But watch out if you do have gut issues, because some people just can't handle fresh kefir. They have to take literally a drop at a time homeopathically. That's how broken their guts are. So I'm all about fixing guts, and anyone who's got any kind of symptoms that they're struggling with, I can virtually guarantee it's going to be gut related. That's my experience over the last, good Lord, 10 years that I've been talking about this and helping people with the food as the medicine. So if you want to learn how to ferment your foods, I highly recommend you join Timeless Cookery Club. It's only £33 a month. And if you've got a spare 30 quid, if you're in America, $30, I think, if you're in America, or I think it's 50 quid. But for a yearly subscription, you get this amazing quarterly magazine. And these people are responsible for helping make raw milk available in America. And whatever happens in America, it influences the rest of the world. Let's face it, not the rest of the world, but I mean, it influences us here in the UK and a lot of people in the West. So, you know, they've been doing an amazing job of standing up for raw milk farmers who have had their houses broken into by SWAT teams at night, literally, with guns, going, "Are you selling raw milk?" What the actual? I've seen footage of that. And I was in Florida in October last year where there was Miller's Organic Farm and the police were hassling them about selling raw milk there as well. I was in California. So go and find some raw milk, go and start doing your ferments, and that will help you to remineralise after the damage that's been done since the 1980s by these self-governed chemical corporations who seem to be trying to make it so that we can't actually have any comeback to them. If we say, well, you've been using, you know, what did you even invent that for? It was a bad move. People knew a long time ago that it was causing damage as well. 20 years ago, we knew it was causing damage. Should have been banned then. Anyway, if you don't want to be one of the ones who falls by the wayside and just wastes away through lack of minerals, then get with the programme and start fermenting your own foods. And there are lots of other things we can do to remineralise as well. But you have to do it in a certain order, because if not, it can make you feel really peculiar. Anyway, watching from Australia. Hey, Lisa. Nice to see you. Like, share, and do all that jazz, people, because, you know, I had a thing taken down off YouTube yesterday for saying something about some products that we use to help with the symptoms of die-off or herxing, or when you start to feel bad, which I can't talk about on here anymore. You know, if you use them incorrectly, it's going to do you a disservice, which is what happens with a lot of pharmaceuticals. Like if you OD on Anodin, or if you OD on a painkiller, it's going to kill you, not just kill the pain. But I'm obviously not allowed to talk about the things that might cause damage if we use them incorrectly. Only pharmaceutical people are allowed to do that. Whatever. Anyway, see me at timelesscookery.com. Come and join the club and learn how to remediate your mineral imbalances, which everyone's got, believe me. Anyway, lots of love. Bye.